As pressure mounts on Julian Lopetegui, can West Ham salvage something at home to Manchester United after last weekend's dismal display at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Have we or the players got any confidence going into this game? With the away side just 3 points above us in the table, they haven't been too much better. I spoke to a Man United fan last night and he isn't confident either, so this could be scruffy. Right, I've got a full pack of guests tonight. Take me 15 minutes to get through them all. So Larry, Gary, Nigel, Mike, how are we?
Good, thanks.
Hi, mate. Good.
Good. Let's see who's joining us in the chat. A few of you in already. Sunday's game could be the Sack Cup final. Evening, Jake guessed in the chat. Absolutely. Did you see Brady's face after Spurs? She done enough. Yeah, she didn't look too happy. But then again, at the best of times, she didn't look too happy, does she? Can you see them sacking him? Not yet. Right, here we go. Straight away. I told you something. Sorry, it's late. Jake is buying around, right? We've just had to sit here for 5 minutes whilst Nigel plugged his TikTok to us all, analysed all his videos, right, and went through it all. So Nigel, do you want to do it again now we're live?
No, mate, people will find it.
People will find it, will they?
Nigel King WHU, my football shenanigans on TikTok. You want to have a little look and a bit of banter with opposing fans. Might be a bit X-rated, not like this. It's quite tame, this one, isn't it, really?
Right, you're asking for trouble tonight, honestly. Right. Quite depressing, isn't it? Larry, I'll start with you. I'm not confident, are you?
No, going into after Saturday's performance, I don't know what the answers are. I know there's some things that need to happen and stuff. Fulkrug's back in Germany, so he's out of it. No thing. Tomorrow's the press conference since we don't play the Sunday, so we won't know who else is out. I'm just not confident. The only thing really it's in our favor is that Man United has not been playing the great. They play right now. They just play right now in the Europa, so they'll have another game in hand, maybe time out. But I looked at them; they're sitting some players out in that. So not too confident going into it.
Yeah, Gary, it's been tough the last pretty much the whole season. I mean, we got that win against Ipswich, but then that on Saturday was disgraceful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not looking good. I don't think any West Ham fans positive because I'm struggling to see what the plan is, Jake. This is what I find most frustrating. You look at teams like Brighton and Chelsea and Liverpool have all changed managers, and straight away they settle down. They know what they're trying to do. And I still can't see what JLo's trying to do. It's what's worrying me. And I think the players don't seem to know what they're trying to do as well. Because I think if you look at the squad on paper, it looks very good. But on the pitch, we're lacking legs in midfield. All the players are just playing below their form. Ariola's had a shocking season. Kudos is not playing well. Paquetá's been awful. There's something going on behind the scenes that we need to know about. And to be honest with you, Jake, I can't see it turning around very quickly, if at all. So it's going to be, it's a really big game Sunday. I should be there, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
It will be, and we need a reaction. Otherwise, Mike, it could get pretty toxic pretty quickly, couldn't it?
It could. The only thing I will say is the atmosphere has been pretty shite at the stadium this year. But when we play teams like Man United, it does always seem to get a lot better. And we need the fans behind us now. I mean, it's tough, but, I think we should lift it. The fans have got to get behind them. If we get a decent start, you never know. Larry said it. Man United haven't been in great form. We haven't either. But, this is a massive game for him. There's no doubt about that. This is a huge game for him because, if we lose this, Forest away next, massive pressure up there. Honestly, I think that could be the last one then.
I think it will come down to that decisive, Forest away and Everton at home in a couple of weeks' time. We'll now go to the TikTok star, just get his analysis because, he's just brilliant, isn't he? Nigel, anything to add?
Well, lads, I hate to say it, but I think we're going to whoop them. And in typical West Ham style, we're going to beat this mob, and I think we'll beat them fairly easily. I really do think that. I think that Kudos is out. I think Somerville's going to come in for him. If Lopetegui thinks about it logically, he's the ideal replacement. And I do think that we're capable like Mike said, with the crowd behind us, I'm lifting us. I think we can whoop this lot because they're not in a good place. I know we're not, but it's typical of us. Do you know what I mean? Just to raise the game. We raise our game when we play these teams, and you know, I do think we're going to beat them. I honestly do think.
I want some of what you're drinking, Nige, to be honest.
Tea, mate.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, nothing in it. Nothing in it. But I do think we'll beat Man United. Do you know what? Back in the day, I remember like looking at the Man United fixture and thinking, "Oh God, here we go."
Yeah.
When Man United, I don't look at them as a good team anymore. I look at people. I think that we've got more chance of losing to Forest than we have United. I honestly think that because they don't scare us anymore. They don't scare anyone. They're a joke of a team when you consider what they were and what they are now. Imagine how they feel. It's all right us saying we're used to being sort of, average team. They ain't. They've been European champions, treble winners. They're that team. Imagine what it's like being a Manchester United fan. Imagine if we were sitting on one of their podcasts, what they must be thinking, we got to go West Ham Saturday and win. Do you know what I mean? You've got to think of it that way. And this team, this Man United team, are not a patch on any team they've ever had in the past. In fact, they're all bang ordinary, mate. Well beatable.
I tell you what, I admire your optimism. I don't know where you're getting it from, Nige, but I admire it. Gary, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, no, Nige is right, but I was just thinking to myself, can you imagine, Nige, if we ever won a treble? Oh, my word. I would accept 10 years of mediocrity after that, just to live on a treble. But you're right.
What's that, winning 3 games in a row?
What's that, the Betway Cup, the Audi Cup, and the Toyota Cup or something?
They haven't been good for years and years and years. I mean, let's be honest, Ferguson was a genius, and you're not going to replace that. And they have just lost all direction. They are in a bad way. I agree with you, Nige, but so are we. So I think you both hit the nail on the head. Fans get behind it. We play well. We could win. It's going to be a tough game.
Absolutely. Right, let's see some comments. Michael says, I think he'll be gone at the next international break. I think we lose all the games. Fathead says, if we do lose and they sack him, who do we want? With that expense of sacking, would probably need to be a free agent or cheaper appointment. Isn't worth the risk to do, to tell Noble to do it to the end of the season. I mean, hopefully it improves. We don't have to come to that. But yeah, in the next 3 games, if it doesn't go our way, then that conversation is going to be hard. Here we go. Look. We know that's not true about getting around. Jake doesn't get the rounds in, right? Forest away. If you want to turn up, I'll be there, right? Larry, it's a short trip over. Just, nip over Forest away, all right? Nige, I'm sure you'll be there. So
I'll be there, mate.
Yeah, if you want a pint, come and find me, right? I'll get my pennies out and I'll see if I can sort it out, all right?
You'll have a face transplant before then.
He'll turn up at 1 minute to 3, Nige.
I won't. We'll be stopping in Frankly Services on the way up and using me Greg's 50% discount. That's what we'll be doing. Absolutely. Right. This is brilliant.
I'm actually looking at houses that weekend up there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, jazzy. Hart says 2-2. Head says 3-1. United. Crime Watch boys are here. I'm not part of that. That's the rest of them. Not me. Danny Ings. Well, something a bit different. Danny Ings. I don't know. Does he need to be included more? Who knows? Rumour Lopetegui is dropping Ariola Paqueta for Fabianski and Alvarez. I wouldn't be too opposed to that, to be honest. We look like a rudderless ship. That's an interesting use of vocabulary. Excellent. Do we agree?
Yeah,
definitely.
I said
can't see what he's trying to do. Like everyone else, we don't really know what plan he's got. I mean. Someone touched on it earlier. Can't remember who it was. Gary, I think. No legs in midfield. I've been shouting so long for Anana. Look what he's done. Do you know what I mean? He left Everton. He's gone to Aston Villa. He's ripping it up. We've gone.
And that Rodgers kid. Kid's busted, isn't he?
I mean, you've got to have pace in the Premier League, and our midfield is. They just haven't got legs.
They might as well have us in it.
Yeah,
guys, that's a sorry sight.
Yeah, honestly, we've bought Soler, Alvarez obviously last year, and Rodriguez, and none of them have got the pace, any pace at all.
Boring lot, aren't they? They're a boring lot of players, mate.
Yeah. We'll come on to the midfield more sort of focused in a second. Now, yet we haven't had a statistic from Larry. Have you prepared us some stats, Larry?
Well, it goes back to what the one conversation just having now, and it all stems down to the leadership in and out of the locker room. And Gary hit on it, Mike hit on it about no plan. It looks like the players don't have any plan. If you look at, for Man U, yeah, they're not the team that they used to be, but they have a good squad there, but they're not producing just like what we are. I mean, they got some players out there. You put Holland up front, you put Ratchford on one side, he's got pace, Garnacho, and then, Fernandez, most shots. He's got the most shots for Man U. But right now they've only scored 7 goals, but they've only given up 9. So they're keeping a low scoring game for us. What I'm afraid of is the pace of them if we get countered and the midfield can't get back. And if we play up far where we have Emerson and Wan-Bissaka up there, and we're just going to have our best to Devo and Kilman do their best, but by themselves because some Alvarez can't get back or Rodriguez can't come back. And then we're talking about, pace and stuff like there. If you had in the midfield, that's kind of where we thought Paqueta or Soler will come in and do that. So that's the pace that we're looking for. But what I get afraid of, and what got us hurt in that 8-minute span, that they got 3 goals. And remember that we were 1-1. We weren't playing great. We had a great game between the 10th and the 19th minute. I was like, for that time frame, I was like, wow, look at this one-touch passing. Look at this chemistry. Then it all fell apart. We scored the goal, and then we kind of sat back a little bit about it. Then they got the goal back, and then going into the second half, and then it was the Sun show going up there. And then, if we held the subs didn't come in, and at that point it was all over. But that was where they got the 4-1. They got the 3 goals in 8 minutes. Sun was part of all of them. And what I really worry about is and Jake, you said it a couple weeks ago, it's really not being attacked so much in the middle. They're countering us and they're attacking on the sides and coming and attacking, and they're being very successful. Areola should not even be on the pitch. I would even have him in the lineup. That guy, I don't care what you say, one of those balls went right through his dang legs. I think that Sun goal or Tadibo, he got juked out. That went through his legs. And he's had a couple good saves, but he's had a couple ones where he should have got to it. And don't even get me started on his ball distribution, which is pitiful. Now, Fab is not an all-star either, but that dang distribution, one of them probably cost us a goal on a counter there. So, I'm just frustrated with that part. So we need to see some change. We need to see some leadership and chemistry going in there, like Gary said, because, at least with the Moyes ball, and I'm not saying going back to that, but we kind of saw what he was doing. We saw his strategy almost too predictable. Well, with this guy, I can't figure out what he wants to do. And I think this is the perfect time with Kudus being out, putting Somerville out there. I would bring Soler in to start a match, and let's just see what we got. But yeah,
Gary?
I think it's very, very obvious to me that the opponents targeted Areola on the near post because he's let so many 100%. Goals. Jackson scored against Chelsea. Kulusevski scored on Saturday. Son scored. The Ipswich lad scored. Delap. He can't get down quick enough to his right-hand side, and they're all noticing it. He's always been a poor keeper in terms of volume of speech and marshalling the defence and coming off his line. But previously to this season, he's been a great shot stopper. But for some reason, they worked him out near post. You can guarantee United will be doing exactly the same. Rashford will be cutting in and banging at the near post. He can't get down quick enough. He's got to be dropped for the game on Sunday. Really got to go.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of reflected in people's predicted lineup. So Fat has gone with Fabianski. He's gone for a back 5 with Wan-Bissaka, Emerson, Mavropanos, Kilman, and Tadibo, just for a bit of consolidation in the back line. Soler in the midfield as well. Somerville, Bowen, Rodriguez in there, and Paqueta. Fans behind the team, we boo when we're winning. Fathead says if this was Moyes, he would win. Always one of those must win. He had a knack of doing that, didn't he? Whenever he was under the pump, he just picked one out, wouldn't he? Every single time. But let's talk about the midfield. I mean, firstly, should we just have a bit of admiration for the passion from Larry there, right? Take a breath, Larry. Well done.
Well, when it screws up your whole weekend, one match 7:30 in the morning, you get up, and then the weekend you're screwed for the whole weekend.
Yeah,
I could sense you. I could sense your frustration.
Saturday games are awful. I hate them.
So do I.
My wife says, "Why are you quiet? Why is your stomach hurt?" I'm like, "God, leave me alone."
I tell you what, though, nice. You should get Larry on your TikTok. He'd double your views.
Oh, mate. Seriously, I was steaming on Saturday. I was right next to him and all. That was the worst thing. Of course, when we went 1-0,
I've been there.
As soon as they started scoring, I was like, I've got to hold myself together here, or things are going to go pear-shaped. So there's a few people there. It wasn't pretty, mate. Because we don't like losing to them. Let's face it, they're horrible mob, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
It's funny that thing that Larry said about Areola and his distribution. I personally think that Fabianski's distribution is much worse.
No,
It's
100%,
not.
100%.
He gets
Nigel.
the
He's
ball.
yeah.
But what knocks me off is he gets the ball, right? So if the ball gets played in and we can get someone on the break and he'll get the ball and he'll sprint out to the edge of the box and then stand there.
Yeah.
And he gives everyone time to turn and face. And I'm like, why did you even bother sprinting out if you're not going to throw the ball out?
Yeah.
Yet you look at other teams, they pick the ball up, boom, it's out, isn't it? And then we're caught on a break. And we just don't do that. And it's and again, I'll go on about the throw-ins. We don't come for throw-ins.
Yeah.
Everyone stands around looking at each other. And teams just they get the ball moving quickly. And it's like we're never in a hurry.
And do you know what?
Sorry, Jay, to add to Nigel's point, we used to be good at set pieces. We're not a threat at all for set piece anymore.
Yeah.
Zero. It's gone from being like the top team 2 years ago to literally nothing now.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I don't know what they do in training all week because, Mike, I mean, our throw-ins, we ain't got a clue. Corners, we ain't got a clue. Free kicks, we ain't got a clue, right? What do they do all week in training? Like something,
Do you
obviously.
know what? I don't know. Even our throw-ins this year, last year it was terrible as well. Every throw-in, even if we were down in level with our 18-yard box, we'd throw it back. It'd end up going back to the keeper every time.
Yeah.
We'd never get it into someone's feet into the corner and try and work a corner, get it forward. We end up going back all the time. And I'm sorry, but I mean,
We're scared of it.
As for playing out, as for playing out from the back, we're not very good at it. I mean, Ipswich tried to do it against us, and we're not very good at it, but they were absolutely pathetic at it. You know, it was, you see these teams trying to do it, and they ain't good enough to do it. And sorry, we're not either at the moment because our keeper can't kick it. Our defenders are not that confident in receiving the ball like it because they're not used to it.
It makes it worse, doesn't it, Mike? When you think about, like, Edison has probably got better distribution than half our team.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's a goalkeeper.
Tabido he's confident on the ball. I do like that about him. I felt from a bit when he got done by Son. I mean, a lot of defenders would have got done by him there. You know, he goes one way, he goes the other. He gets you off balance and he'll take you inside and has a shot. I don't blame him for that. I mean, better defenders than him were probably going to get done in that situation as well. But he shouldn't be in that situation in the first place.
Ario's the same though, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
100%.
True. But
they've both got similar weaknesses and strengths, haven't they?
Yeah, Fabianski, I don't know if it's going to improve it, to be totally honest.
What's this other keeper like? The lad from Sheffield United? Anyone know?
Well, who knows? Foddering him.
Well, he had plenty of practice last year, didn't he?
He did for Sheffield United, yeah. Well, honestly, do you know what? I feel like we need to lighten the mood a bit because Mike's tried to match Larry's frustration, right? So do you know what it calls for? A joke, right? You ready?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, here we go.
So, folks, are we ready? Right.
Go on then, Jake.
Go on,
Yeah.
Jake.
Okay. Right. So, here we go. I can't find it now. Just give me a second. It's
And
gone.
even your joke.
Oh, no,
Hey,
what the heck?
it is my joke. No, I wrote it down earlier. Here we go. Right. I have a pen that can write underwater. It can write other words too.
Oh man.
I think your joke saying you were going to buy a pint of farce was a real funny joke.
The disrespect I get. Like, come on, somebody laugh. Blimmin' hell. It's funny.
Corny. I like it. I like the corny jokes.
We've all got better jokes than that, Jake.
Come on then, let's hear them then. Come on then.
Got to be clean, haven't they? That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's the trouble with my jokes.
All right, Mike, steady on, blimey.
What did one piece of asphalt say to another piece of asphalt?
What?
Watch out for him. He's a cycle path.
That's all right, that one.
Oh, right. So when Gary says one, then it's all right. But as soon as I say one, it goes down like a lead balloon, doesn't it? Honestly. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Deja.
Deja vu.
See, he got it. That's good, that one. See, that got them laughing. Look, deja vu. Yeah.
Oh.
That was good.
I've got a good joke.
Have you?
Go on.
Antonio.
I felt sorry for him on Saturday night. Just flown back from Jamaica and get shoved into that team straight away. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mate, he's honestly, mate, he don't do it. Do you know what? Oh, I'm not even going to go there, mate. I can't bear it. You know what I mean? I can't bear it. It's soul destroying watching him sometimes.
But Nigel, you've flown from that part of the world. You land, you're knackered for 24 hours afterwards. Absolutely knackered, jet lag. Why did he play?
When you're that muscle bound, you can't run for 90 minutes.
No.
Because of the oxygen it needs to feed them muscles. And he reminds me of do you remember that bloke? Who's that bloke that played with Gillingham? He played Aid.
Yeah,
he was massive, like a balloon animal.
Akinwar, what it was called.
That's it. They just can't. They just cannot last long, and they're always pulling muscles. And you know what? He ain't got a clue, mate. He couldn't trap a bag of cement. I've seen milk turn quicker than Antonio.
Oh,
He's had all these stored, ready to go, hasn't he? Honestly,
now the
everyone
jokes are
couldn't
good.
finish a one-piece jigsaw, mate.
everyone has been really angry.
Beat a one-legged man in an ass kicking.
Do you know what? This is the sad thing about the guy, right? Do you know what? Here's the sad thing about him. He can't pass, right? He can't. His first touch is awful, right? He's awful footballer. He can't pass it 5 yards. If you kick the ball over the top, and he turns into Ronaldinho and just smashes it from scores goals from but he cannot play football, the geezer. Honestly, he can't. He's dreadful.
Everybody is.
I love him to bits, mate. Honestly, I do. I really like
right, though. We've got two of the least technical footballers in the whole of the Premier League in Souček and Antonio. They are both.
Yeah, they both. Do you know what? I love the pair of them. They've done a lot for our club.
They have.
But they aren't good footballers, mate. And it pains me when people from other teams go, "Oh, he's good, that Antonio, isn't he?" And I'm like, "No, mate, he ain't good." Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I almost want to have a big rear up about it because he's not a good footballer. But do you know what?
I mean, all it needs now is for Gary to lose his rag, and then we've completed the set. Everyone's very angry tonight. Let's calm down.
Give me the pills out of the cupboard.
Everybody calm down. Right, Nigel, you've gone from at the start saying that we're going to thrash them, so slagging everybody off that you can get your hands on.
I think we're going to win. I do think we're going to beat Man United. I don't think they're a good team. I think there's much better teams.
We aren't a good team either.
Yeah, I know, but I do think we'll beat them.
I hope so. Let's talk about the midfield. I mean, look, we've been very positive of Tim Steidten, but I mean, we've got to give him credit for constructing the slowest midfield in Premier League history. It is painful. Honestly, the holes that we leave, it's suicidal, right? I mean, I think it was the first goal against Spurs on Saturday. I think it was Rodriguez and Souček were committed. It left the back four vulnerable and he just ripped us apart, easy as you like. Larry, the midfield is the main stemming point of our problems, isn't it?
Yeah. There's not much really we're going to be able to do about it right now. Some people are saying tomorrow we're going to maybe go with, not tomorrow, Sunday, the double pivot where you have two CDMs back there. And if that's the case, and it's a question to you guys, are we going to be not playing a low block, but a counter type of technique if we did something like this? Because you hit it right on the head. The midfielders they cannot move up the pitch. They can't distribute properly. When they get up there, they can't get back. It leaves the back vulnerable. What answers are there? Rodriguez, we can really get on the guy and all that, but he played some decent defense when he was there. But when he was in the back, he made some saves and did something. He had a couple of passes up the pitch that were to actually a player across the pitch that were decent. And I noticed that because it happens it doesn't happen often. When we finally see one good pass up the pitch, we have that. So I don't know what our answers up there. I would like to see again with maybe if they go with 4-3-2-1, if you would put Alvarez, Rodriguez, and Soler back there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the answers to it because right now that midfield is just, you got to play with what you have. And who do we have to put back there, right? We have Alvarez, we have Rodriguez, we have Soler, we have Paqueta. I brought this up before, and I don't know. And this is just the thought. just a thought, if we're in panic mode, do we have anybody midfield-wise in the academy that has quality that could come up, at least come off the bench or something? Have we looked at that at all?
He's
We
never
let
going
him
to
go,
do that.
Larry. We let him
Yeah.
go. We let George Murphy go. Tremendous player.
That's right. He's out on loan.
Freddie
isn't he?
Potts.
He,
Yeah,
Freddie
he was
Potts.
do you see that kid?
Yeah.
He was all over the shop. Brilliant little player. And we send him off on loan.
And see, these are, and that, thank you, Nacho. And that's exactly it. These were the type of people that could at least came in and gave us at least something in there, and then we bring them off the bench and see what they got. But right now we have not. We've just talked about what we have, you know. And
I'm
So
probably on my
Gary?
own here as well, but I think we made a mistake letting Flynn Downs go as well. I think that he deserved to go, certainly now. But I think Freddie Potts can get recalled in January, can't he? So at least we get something back.
The
Can we
thing
get
with
him in
Potts
January?
is, he's a West Ham lad. You know, his dad was an absolute legend. I love Stevie Potts. His uncle, sorry, whatever. He honestly, he will roll his sleeves up and give everything he's got. Plus, he's a really tidy footballer in the mould of a Declan Rice. Now, I'm not going to put that on him because that's not fair to anyone to put him in
But Mike,
to be as good as him. But in the mould of him, and that is exactly what we're missing at the moment.
But Mike, you read what the Pompey fans are saying about him. They're saying that he will definitely play Champions League football.
Yeah, the guy.
They love him.
Yeah, he scored a goal the other day, a good finish. I mean, he's playing in a real struggling team at Pompey, and he's one of their best players. They don't take him off very often. He's always on there for the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see that Rodriguez, Soler, any of them are better than him right now at the moment. I know he's only playing in the Championship, and it is a big step up into the Premier League. But
he needs to make mistakes. He needs to make mistakes, Mike. Like Declan, when Declan came into his team, he made loads of mistakes. He was terrible at Liverpool. He dropped his shoulder, dropped his head, and let Arsenal score. He made hundreds of mistakes, and that's what Potts has got to do as well.
Yeah,
if you brought them in, them boys, Earthy and Potts, right? I would have them in that midfield. Earthy and Potts. I'll just whack them in. Do you know what? They're lively. We ain't got anyone lively in that middle.
Yeah, exactly.
They just stroll about. It's boring to watch. There's no one-touch football. You've got the likes of Souček and Rodriguez just mooching around. Paquetá gives the ball every 5 minutes. Them two boys would absolutely sweat blood to play for their West Ham team.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what,
seems like
massive difference.
And also nice, the fans will forgive them mistakes because West Ham boys.
They would.
And they know they're trying. And they would make mistakes.
I mean, they
make
not got
mistakes.
dragged in. Yeah. I agree. I totally agree, Gary.
And they'll disinform. They'll disinform and make mistakes, but they'll get stronger for it, like Declan did.
Yeah, and know what? And I'm glad you brought that up, Gary. About if they can come back in January, we should do that. I know you got to look to the future because right now it is what we have. And the thing is, I understand the logic of taking them out on loan so they can get some quality playing time out there. But the part of that process is taking them out there, finding out how well they're doing, and if they're doing well, then they can come back to the club. So if that's the case, they're doing well, and we have that clause where we could bring them back in January. Now, granted, we probably want to look for someone on the regular market too, but I think that's a strategy we got to look at for January. And I know it's far out. We got to worry about Sunday, but we got to deal with what we have.
But Larry, this youth team won the FA Youth Cup 2 seasons ago. Not one player's coming to the team. It's ridiculous.
No, you're 100%. And we blamed it before on Moyes. Remember, we were saying Moyes don't want to play the youngins and stuff like that. Yeah. But what about now? And then the strategy over the summertime was the top-notch guys. Scarlett is still there and stuff like that. But we got rid of Mubama. He went to just another club. And then we put all these other ones that have quality that we've seen, and we put them out on loan.
Every day, it seems like more and more of a catastrophic mistake letting go Potts and Earthy. And, I think that's a good point to raise. They can't be much worse than what we've got there currently because the midfield is absolutely horrendous. Right, we'll go on to predictions in just a second. So get your minds churning, gentlemen, and I'm going to try and guess Mike's prediction correct first time around. So I'll do a little bit of mind games over the next minute and see if I can get it out of him. But anyway, Antonio can't pass water. Peter, hope you well. Cardboard Antonio is due to start on Sunday. Antonio winner, and he puts a big shirt to show I am the greatest, Nigel. He should do that. He should do do that because you'll be watching this. And you go, I told you that Nigel King, right, sat on there slagging me off, thinks he's Billy Big Balls with his TikTok followers, right? I'm the best. I'm the best. That's what he's going to do, Nigel, and you're going to clap him, right?
Mate, I would clap him if he'd done something. I would. I think I love the guy as a person, but he's not a good footballer.
Yeah. Can't disagree. Michael says, always said Antonio is a human pinball machine. The ball hits him and nobody knows where it will end up. That is very true. If Antonio
Peter Sutcliffe's got a better touch than him.
You don't know Peter
That's
Sutcliffe,
gone over his head, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I can imagine what it is. Kent says walking footballers are faster than our midfield. We need a tank in there for Fana or a Mosey Army who's got legs with junior legs in midfield. That's what we're missing desperately. Absolutely. Kent says Liverpool away, Newcastle away, Arsenal away, many others. Declan made Bobos, but the credit has to go to Pellegrini for sticking with him, for making him a player that he would have never been. Yeah. Very true. Very true. That's the progression that we've got to allow. But I mean, with the midfield we've got there currently, I just can't see it. Right, predictions. Nigel's got the short straw here because he's last. So then, actually, he's going to predict like a 3-0 win. So no one's going to predict that. So Nigel, you're safe. I'm going to try and get in Mike's head, and I'm going to go West Ham 1, Man United 1. Oh, damn it, Larry. Oh, he has. Yes, Larry.
I'm going to be cheering with every breath that I have on Sunday for this team, but I'm going to say 2-2.
Desmond. Gary?
Well, I'm going, and I'm always positive, so 3-1 to us.
Well, I like that.
Come on.
Oh, look at that.
I thought that was Nigel's too.
How am I safe?
That's in my predictions already, Jake. It's in the prediction league already, 3-1.
Well, 2 of mine are gone, mate, so...
Yeah, I'm going 2-1.
Go on, 2-1 to us.
Yes, Nigel, what have you left with now?
Well, I know they're going to score, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm just going to say, look, I'm going to say, I was going for the 3-1, and then I thought, all right, I'll go for the 2-1. Look, I'm going to go for 2-0.
2-0. What? We're going to keep a clean sheet. I thought we were going to go 3-2.
No, jokes, Phil. That's my joke for the day.
Yeah.
Can anyone remember the last time we kept a clean sheet at the London Stadium?
No, I genuinely can't.
No.
I really can't remember that.
Did we play Bournemouth at home on the
Bournemouth? Yeah.
In the cup.
1-0?
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
in the
crap.
cup.
In the
In
cup.
the Premier
Larry.
League. In the Premier League.
I was there and I couldn't remember.
That was an awful game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last
That's
time
when
in the Premier League.
Debo tried that back heel and just got totally mugged off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right, I'm looking for you. I'm going to look
Premier
for
League.
you.
I can't remember.
Results back in 2020, maybe.
2020.
We had a 0-0 with Brighton.
We did.
That was yonks ago.
Freiburg in the cup.
In the league, in the Premier League, mate.
In the league. Well, I'm struggling here. This is just Europe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I reckon we had a Brighton at the start of last year. That was a draw. That was a draw. That was a goalless draw. But I can't.
That was January, wasn't
it?
January, yeah.
Golly.
I don't know. I can't.
January. We're now nearly November. It's ridiculous.
Luton? What was the score against Luton?
No, Luton scored.
Yeah, they scored against us. Yeah. It's an absolute shambles. It is an absolute shambles. I can only find the Europe games on here, so I think I'll be here all night looking, to be totally honest. But it's a hell of a long time. Man United are 1 up. Oh, there we go. Easy away win. Well, let's take some of your predictions that you guys are saying. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. Fair enough. Yeah, United 1-0 up. Yeah, Mike, you're jetting off somewhere as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm off to the Canaries, mate. Yeah,
nice.
You're going to Norwich?
I just came back, Mike.
See, that was funny, Nige, right?
Well done, Nige.
Where are you going, Mike? I just came back. Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
That's where all the old boys go.
Yeah.
Take your free bus pass, Mike. It might be nice.
Yeah, I haven't been there for a little while.
Sitting there with the old straw hat on.
Yeah.
Paper like that.
Well, everyone's going away on holiday.
Game Sunday.
Saturday, the parents go away. I'm surprised you lot have refrained in 35 minutes of mentioning what was it,
Babysitter.
Gary? The babysitter.
Babysitter.
That's
The
it.
babysitter's going around, is he? Oh, good for you,
Yeah.
Jake.
He's coming round. Did you say?
Who have you picked this? Who have you picked this time?
Yeah, he's coming round.
Who have I picked this time?
Richard,
Yeah.
I know that you're listening. So I know it's a couple days away, but if you need us four to review the babysitter or CVs or something to make sure that they're up to specifications.
Jake's
I'm
Well,
been
you
on-
can
willing to
say
do
this
that.
for, but Mike's going away as well. So take Mike out of that, right?
Larry,
Everybody's
Mike, Jake subscribes to babysitting.com, so he's going through it just to see which one he prefers.
Oh, be careful with that one.
Quite right.
Well, you're going on holiday this weekend, then, Mike? Are you?
Yeah,
Nice.
Saturday, mate. Yeah, I
I've
know.
got to wait till December, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, my son and my grandson is going, who
Oh, cool.
has never seen us lose. My grandson,
Really?
not my son.
Oh, blimey. Blimey.
I'm going to
How
a
old is he?
freezing cold,
How old is he,
freezing cold
Mike? 3 days
America.
old?
3 days.
He's
Six
six.
months.
He's 6, and he's seen 4 games, and he's not seen us lose.
Blimey. Blimey.
And Man United last year, he was at,
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow, there we go.
because he was.
There we
with
go.
me.
Let's hope that is a good omen, if nothing
He's
else,
an
because
omen.
we are
Ralph
scraping the barrel. Yeah. Yeah. So look, next time we're all here, Mike won't be here because he'll be sat in the sunbed. Will be the Forest preview. So no doubt I'll get ridiculed with babysitter jokes then. So gentlemen, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
I love Forest. So it's my one of my favourite
Yeah,
grounds
I
in the
love
Premier
That
League.
is nice
It's got
ground.
such a fantastic atmosphere, that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And Nige, if you want a pint, then get in there and I'll get the early bird deal. Let's get it a bit cheaper.
Of course you will. Where you go? Are you going with is your dad going?
No, they're away, aren't they? No.
Of course
no.
not.
on the
Sorry,
cruise,
so who are you going?
yeah.
You going on your own?
Enjoy the cruise, Rich.
Going with Dodsey and that.
No, I'm getting chauffeured up to Terry's, and then Terry's driving up. So from Bristol.
well,
So all right for some, isn't it? All right. For
Anyway, I got to go, Jake, because I got to pick the wife
Yep.
up at the station.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you, and thank you very much as well, everybody else. Come on, you irons, and we will see you soon right here.
Come on, guys.
I'm an official. Thank you very much. Mike's doing the come on, you irons. There you go, Mike. Come on, you irons, and we will see you soon. Bye bye.
All right, Mike.
Yeah.